All right, Merry Christmas. Hope Santa came. I already got bike ride in this morning, and kids are opening the presents in 45 minutes. That's our designated time. So, anyways, nerding out. I got to show you guys the Easy Take Up update. So, I just got added to their dev environment. So, I'm going to go through a couple setups because this is a totally new environment for me because it's a test world. So I got to import OST templates and get my templates in and show you a couple things. So here's our OST templates at Hensel Phelps. I'm just going to drop these in, export to takeoff file, save them on my desktop, and go to town. I'm going to see if this works. I haven't practiced this at all. I've only done this once too. So import templates. I need the OST file, drag and drop it in. Ooh, I want to do this too, just to show you what that is. Click that button. Oh yes, I love this tool. It just works. Okay. Import. Love it. I guess I'll pause for a second. Pause button. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So got all my quote-unquote conditions in here, so you can go to like any one of these and check them out. Obviously, these aren't like this is a linear, awesome. This is a square footage. It actually got them pretty well, but then you got to go in here and configure them. Like wall area, linear. Maybe you want to change this to linear with width, have it scaled, so then you make it, give it a width. You got to go through and configure these. It takes a lot of time to set that up and get them well, working. Well, I guess while I'm here, there's a cool thing that's coming, text with tags. Instead of doing 10-foot high, you can just automatically just have that show up with doing, obviously you want to have height with wall height. It's height and width. So then you can go through and type wall height. I think you just go space, and you do colon, dimensions. So now whatever I type in here will just show up here. I don't have to freaking do it. So check it out. So if I do 10 foot, 2 inches, obviously I didn't do something right. Wall height, dimension, maybe it's just dimension. I don't know. I'm new here. Sorry. Boom, boom, winner. So now every time I'm going to go through our whole template and set this up. And see, it's 12 foot 2. There's other variations of this too. If you just want inches, like the ductwork nerds, just do inches. Anyways, no, this page is not scaled. Thanks, mother. Cool. So now that's a fun new feature that's being dropped. But I really want to focus on estimating integration. So, well, before I do that, I need to make a new job quick. Let me make a new project. Again, I'm in dev, so dev test envir environment. And they also added this region ability down here to customize your project. I'm excited about that so we can lock down our regions. But anyways, so let me grab a file quick just to drop it in. So apparently this does auto names the sheet name and scale. I'm kind of excited about that. So let's see how it does. I'm just doing a few pages. You get the gist. Hit the upload button. Hold. Notice how it's 8:20 right now. We'll see how long it takes. Sorry, I was setting up an Edify for the next session. It looks like it's done. Mission accomplished. It brought in page name and the scale. Oh, this is saying if I want to like transfer takeoff to the next sheet. That's not doing any of that. So here we go. Man, I don't know if I'm liking this dark mode. I'm just not used to it. I'm gonna keep it in my light mode. So just what I'm used to. So it named the pages automatically. Let me open up the document that I dropped in just to show you, see if it was named. Oh yeah, they were named. So, if they're not named in Bluebeam, it'll still automatically name them for you, which is so freaking cool. And it even scales it, which is, I don't know how I feel about that, but you can obviously check it with the dimensions and 18 feet, sweet. Okay, so now that we're in, I'm doing my takeoffs. Since it's multi-user, you want to make your own layer for each user is the best workflow. So I'd make a name called KB. I'm doing skin and walls, drywall, whatever. So now your whole team can be in here. And there's a couple of reasons for why I like having people having their own environment, but you can all do it in the same one too. You'll probably find out what I found out. So anyways, I'm doing some takeoff. We're going to export this to Edify is the mission. So let's just do, I'm going to do a couple takeoffs. Man, this is different than my search is always visible in my regular environment, but now I'm looking for, I don't know, GIF, wall, drywall. 1 hour. Oh, cool. Now that it says drywall here, it searches the folder too. Thank you, Heber, for doing that. Because I have dry, but it's pulling. See how none of these have dry in it? Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. That's a new thing. Learned something new today. I'm excited. So anyways, you obviously, this is your company standard template. You'd want to set it up so it's a little bit better. Everything would be pre-coded. Pretend that said partitions. And we have a couple more custom codes too. But so now to drop stuff in your template, you right click, drag, drop, add to takeoffs. So again, company shared template, everybody has this template, and I just set it up in front of your eyes, which is phenomenal. So now drag and drop this into your world, and you could sort it by your company standard codes. I have one set up for UF3, and obviously you'd want the template to be all set up with them. But anyways, I'll digress and start doing some takeoffs for a second. So I got some walls. So now I want to export this to Edify. Let's see this work. And of course I need to give these things a height. Wow. Those wall area square foot. So this is where I get in trouble. Like I don't have this set up very well. Because the template's not set up. If you don't have the template set up, things you have to manually do this like today. Because see how now we're getting quantities. Obviously have the template set up like this and life's good. But you get the point. So reports, here's what I wanted to show you, all this build up. So here's where the reports are. It's super flexible on how this works. So crux of it is you can group it by whatever you want to group it by. If you want to group it by who's created it, you drag and drop it up top, created by. There's all the ones that I made. Good job, me. Cool. But anyways, you go through the columns, pick the columns you want, set them up how you like them, and then you hit save as a report name. But in our world, every user is going to see this Edify export button. You can even put a little logo in there that I added with the little star. You can't really see it, but you can set the logo icons, the new thing they added, which is cool. So I click this button, awesome, and the user, I don't know, my page showed up there. I don't want page show up. Let's see if I can fix that. So take off page, awesome, and hit save. So now if I go off this, on it, awesome. So all you have to do as who's ever configuring your world is you got to go through each of these. So Edify, that's the tool we use to integrate with, but Edify measurement 1's got to be called quantity. So you click that dot, hit column settings, measurement 1, it's got to be lowercase too. Measurement 2, you go to column settings, and in ZZ Takeoff it's called units 1, and export name units 2. Because just like OST, there's units 1, 2, 3, right? But obviously estimating tool is only like 1 unit. So then UF3, same kind of deal. Edify X has to be lowercase UF3. So you can just keep going, go to town, add it. I'm going to ungroup this just to show for principle. So you get export CSV. Now I'm just going to drag this puppy into Edify. I'm going to go to our Edify environment we're using for ABC. It's coming up soon. Student comp. Woo! Name of client. Stout. Love Stout. Went there. Education. Region. Ooh, we're going to go Chicago. Private. Sure. City. Let's just, whatever. Get started. I'm going to rock this quick with make a quick estimate. Come on. So now I'm not going to go through the edify shenanigans, but basically you go import CSV. You just drag and drop this puppy in there, and voila, love it. Can't believe this works so wonderfully. Now, I'll get in. I won't get into the database pieces because none of these are cross-coded to all the world. That let's go to let me edit. This is a different environment that I'm used to too, but it doesn't have any uniformat, bid package, master format, all that jazz, and there's some things got to get going there. But that's the crux of really what I wanted to show you. So I hope that helps and inspires you to keep moving forward. There's a ton of other things to learn here that it's only going to get better from here. So cheers.